it is. Back at it like a crack at it, coming to you straight from the arena, not from the typical sitting place. But nonetheless, we gotta give you that business. We ballin', shot callin', trying to get that shot to drop up against that shot clock. Start over.
The best be the best.
We ballin', shot callin', trying to get that shot to drop.
Against that shot clock.
You gotta beat the best to be the best. We trying to see who be the best from the east to the west. We ballin', shot callin', trying to get that shot to drop. Thanks for tuning in to Bo Know Basketball, because I do. With no further ado, as my technician logs in and let me look at NBA.com, we are getting ready to. This mug's always getting ready to. You feel me? Tell you the picks of the day. We got some good games coming today. Clippers versus the Wizards. If all hands is on deck for the Clippers, Kawhi is going to bash the Wizards easy. Okay, I guess that's going to be a blowout 30-piece game. They could easily win by. No problem there. The Heat versus the Spurs. The Heat right now is a 500-win team. The Spurs is not. And they won't be this season. If you ask me, the Heat gonna bruise them easy. Shout out to Hero. He's gonna come through and be magical. Round 2, Mavs versus the Cavs. Last time, I picked the Mavs to beat the Cavs. I said if Magic Luka show up, then they gonna wipe the Cavs clean. I was wrong. Big shot maker and big shot taker Donovan Mitchell showed up and showed out. I expect him to do the same thing. I think they own the Mavs. I think they are officially the big brothers to the Mavs. Portland, Dame Dollar against the Rockets. Them young phenoms on the Rockets came to play. They come to play. They will be playing. Portland gonna have their hands full. Rockets trying to win. You know what? I got them as the underdogs. And I can't go with the underdogs this game. I'm sorry. I just ain't going to go against Dame Dollar for most of the games. Unless he's going against elite teams. If he's going against regular teams, he going to wipe them. But I must note, Portland is still not ready. They added a nice lot of pieces to their team, but they're still not ready to make any big push in the playoffs. Bucks versus Jazz. This is going to be a phenomenal game. Jazz is the best team in the West right now. The Bucks got the best player that we know playing the game of basketball, at least one of them, in Giannis. I expect Giannis and the Bucks to wipe the Jazz clean and show them who's boss. Because for real, the Jazz gonna make a little noise when they playing great basketball. They're not gonna make much noise in the playoffs. And the Bucks is, and they're one of the playoff teams. I expect them to wipe the Jazz clean. Grizzlies against the Thunder. I think the Grizzlies going to show up and show out. They got some young studs. They play defense and offense, both sides of the ball. It's going to go down. It's going to be fireworks. I see Ja Morant dropping at least 30. And then the Pelicans against the Suns. Chris Paul is back, dropping dimes like never before. I think they wiped the Pelicans. Let's see if I can go for 90%. So yesterday, I went 5 out of 10, 50% win ratio. I make the playoff with those picks. Let's get better with that over time so we can do better in the playoffs, all right? It is important to note, though, that sometimes a subpar team beats a dominant team, all right? Which should never happen. But it does happen on occasion because all these players are in the NBA, all right? So now, with no further ado, I do got to mention Cleveland, one of my top teams. Boston, another top team. And I'll dive into them later as to reasons why. But if I'm thinking about the East, and I was to pick top 4 right now that I know for sure are going to make the playoffs, and later I'll give you my full 8 list, because we do got to wait till time develop. We still about a quarter of the way through the season, and everything, like I say, is preparation for the playoffs. Cleveland makes the playoffs. Boston makes the playoffs. The Nets make the playoff. 76ers make the playoffs. That's my 4 teams in the East right now. I'll dive into more of the teams in the East that will make the playoffs and make a good push in the playoffs. But right now, those are the 4. I do not count the 76ers as going far in the playoffs. They will, first round, depending on who they match up, they can get a win. Not going far. They won't make it to the finals. I'll let y'all know who my picks is later in the season as we prepare for the playoffs. Everything is preparation for the playoffs. Get ready. If you don't know how it works, you will know how it works. There is 82 regular season games that need to be played. If you want to make the playoffs, traditionally you have to be above or at 500 win ratio. So you got to win half your games or more. All right. And then 8 teams, like I said, from the East will make the playoff, and 8 teams from the West will make the playoffs. The 8 teams from the East will bracket off, face each other to see who is the best. 8 teams from the West will find out who's the best. The best from the East will then play the best from the West. We haven't gotten there yet. We still in motion. Everybody really, this is still practice. This is still practice, but we're a quarter of the way, a little bit more, through the season. So the games are gonna start being important, and it's gonna become time to put your practice into the real game. You're gonna have to actually play, practice how you play. So every game will be essential and important. In about 10 to 15 more games, it's going to start getting serious, and teams are going to start coming with their best efforts and not this lackadaisical kind of games. All right, until next time. But thanks for tuning in to Bono Basketball. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and then notification bell so you get the videos every time they drop. And I'm out this piece. Peace.